All right, just after 7 o'clock, 7:07. Just getting started here. I need to pick an account to trade. All right, PA2. It's been a while since I've traded it. I've got 4 charts currently. Make sure they're still good. All right. So looks like it's been a pretty straightforward down day so far. No news till 10:10. See what we get here. All right, well, luckily I only got filled on my sim account there. me either, Gary. Well, what do I do when I only get filled on my sim account and not on my Apex account for a loss? I guess I mark it, but it doesn't count for anything. Sim fill only. All right, so that's a fortunate start. Would have had a loss on my PA2, but it didn't get filled. Two of my charts did get burned there, though. There are three of them, 3 out of 4. Okay. Well, I'm going to spend a little time looking for some more charts. See, the one chart I still got going is this one. This one. All right, so anyone just joining me? I got a lucky sim fill that didn't fill my Apex account because my leader account is a sim account that I copied to my Apex account, so it only filled on my sim. And I picked up a loss. It didn't copy over to my. Luckily, it didn't copy over to my PA account, so avoided a loss there somehow. All right, so I just found 2 more charts, so I've got 3 total to work with here. All right, pick up a win on PA2. A little bit less. Looks like I got 10 ticks. A little bit less than I'd like. Actually, it says I got 9 ticks. Is that right? It says I got 11. That's not 11 ticks, that's 10 ticks. I'll just call this PA1 or trade 1 because the other trade didn't fill on Apex. And just update my stats here. All right, let's see what the next account to be traded will be. Okay, evaluation 29 is going to be next. really dodged a bullet with the first trade I took that it didn't copy to my my Apex account. Sometimes you just get lucky, right? Let me get ready to move this below the previous swing just in case. Doesn't look like it's coming down though. So I might take profit there. Just in case it comes down. Okay, I won't. There we go. All right. Got another winner there. I'm just always going to be ready to move it to a previous swing in case it engulfs immediately after I enter. Because I had a trade the other day that if I had done that, it would have saved me and stayed in the trade. And so on evaluations, I'm willing to move it even if it's a much larger risk. See, I got 3 1/4, 13.6. Thanks, Gary. Off to a good start. I was almost off to a bad start because that first trade, but it didn't fill the PA account. So what would have been a loss, I squeaked by. Update my stats here again. All right, I've got to pick another new account to trade with. All right, evaluation 31. Let's get that turned on. All right, so looks like this chart is burned for me. So new low here, first entry, second entry. Didn't go far enough for what would have been my scalp, just shy of it. So I'm not going to trade this chart anymore. That's the chart that I picked up my first official win of the day, or my first official trade of the day. So I'm down to 2 charts at the moment. Let's see if I can find any other chart that I like. So I'm having a hard time finding any other chart that I can work off of. I'm tired. I'm going to spend another minute or two continuing to look, and if I can't find anything else, then I'll just really be down to 2 charts and play it for the day as long as I can, I guess. Gary, done for the day. Broker closed. Nice, Gary. I always take it as a positive thing when you say you're done for the day. Nice and early. Gary says, yeah, I did 10 PAs around 600-ish per. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, I just found myself a 3rd chart. Let me set that up for the YouTube chart. And evaluation 31 is next. So that's the one that's pretty close to passing here. So hopefully I get a nice trade for that one. So it's nice to have 2 trades coming off a day where I had none. Yesterday was just kind of weird. Weird for me anyway. Really glad I dodged the loss on that first trade. For whatever reason, it just didn't want to enter me on that Apex account. So I got to remember that for when there's a glitch and it goes against me. Sometimes it works in your favor and sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully it all evens out at the end of it all. Man, I'm tired. Every single day this week has gone harder and harder to get up in time for the market. It doesn't help that my daughter's sick, so she's going to be home again today. So I definitely won't be trading late, and I might be done on the earlier side. We just got to see how things go with her. I didn't update days on 29. I should say 8 now, as of today. All right, just patiently waiting for the next setup. Charts are in a bit larger charts now, so as you can tell from the tick counter, so it takes more ticks for the bars to form. Be great to pass another evaluation. The next account that I trade is 31, so that's really close to passing. Hopefully I can pick up a win on the next trade. Because I would like the balance to shift and be trading more PAs than evaluations, because then more of my trades will be on PAs. I mean, granted, the more PAs I get, the higher my fees will be too before I've had a payout. So at the same time I say that, I do want this payout, but it's all kind of the same one way or the other way around. I know at this point I'm going to need 2 payouts to be in the profit. So I'm going to need any combination of my current 3 PA accounts. I need 2 payouts to get my money back and be profitable. So it doesn't really matter if I get some more PAs first or get the first payout first in that sense. All right, Gary, you're heading to lunch. Have a good one. Congrats on a good day for you there. I'll see you next time or later if you come back. Thanks for coming by. Gonna look at the daily. This is the daily chart. Seems like it's not going far enough back to get the bottom of this move, but essentially already reached the measured move that I had. It looks like it's possible a rollover might be starting, but it's just hard to tell right now. Everything's staying above the EMA. Curious. Didn't quite touch that yet. All right, we'll see what the next setup's going to be. All right, nice. Got the one there. Looks like I got 11 ticks. Actually, seems like I got 12 ticks. Based on the amount, because 11 ticks would be 102. So 12 ticks, I believe. All right, let me update my stats. All right, so off to a pretty good start here. I gotta pick my next account to trade with. Spin the wheel. All right, next one's going to be evaluation 27. And last trade was on 31. Update the days here. All right, so I think I'm caught up with everything. Let's see where the next trade comes from. All right. Another trade, another win. Definitely seems like for some reason I'm getting some kind of slippage on my Apex account. Let's see. It says I should have 12 ticks. 3 points. 12 ticks of profit on 3 contracts. This doesn't seem like it's adding up. Seems like I'm getting a little bit less on my fills. $135. Yeah, I'm not good enough at the math, but doesn't seem quite right. But I'll just put what it says from the leader account. All right, so let me update my stats here. All right, 4-0. You can see here, you don't really think of this as being a great trade, trading right into the EMA. But works just enough for my profit target before it keeps going up. And that's just the idea of what I'm doing. It's not about any individual trade and how good the setup looks. It's more about how the individual tick chart is performing. And this chart continues to have winning entries. All right, I got to pick a new account to trade. Remove 27. 2 evals and 2 PAs left. All right. PA7. Is it weird that I always get a little bit more nervous every time the PA is chosen? But just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. We'll see how everything goes once I get the next trade. Today is the last day for the 3-day evaluation, by the way. So if you have any evaluations that you've already been playing and you pass it today with at least 3 days, it'll become a PA account. You can see from all of my days that that's not really going to come into effect for me. Actually, in 27, I just traded. So this should be 16 days now. So yeah, I mean, I'm above 3 days, and every account would be traded for 7 days, no matter what, at this point. But if you have an evaluation that you've traded at least 3 days, including today, and you get to your profit target, it'll pass. And then we'll see what the new promo will be. This is also the last day for the 71% and the $35 reset. And we'll see what they do. I'm just going to take a couple-minute break here and be right back. All right, I'm back. And just taking a look at what's going on here. It looks like while I was away, a chart that I haven't traded on today, but that I've been following, this one got burned. First entry long goes under this candle, second entry long, and didn't get to the profit target before getting stopped out. I'd like to think that I would skip this regardless because it's just so stacked up, but that's the first loss on this chart for the entire session. So I'm going to stop following that chart. And let's see, this is the chart where my last two trades have been. Actually, shoot. So this just triggered a first entry, second entry right here. As you can tell, I wasn't following the chart at the moment until I just clicked on it and noticed it. Maybe I'll be saved from a loss here. That'd be interesting that two charts get back-to-back losses. If it does. Now, in this case, if it engulfs immediately, the theory is on my evaluations, I should put it to the next swing low. But that's such a huge, okay, so that would have lost. That's such a huge difference in swings that there's no way I could move my stop loss down there on a PA account. On a evaluation, I might be willing to do it. As you see, this happens a lot of times. You enter, and then immediately on the bar that you enter, it engulfs your signal bar. So on an evaluation, I might be willing to move it down here and then play that game where I try to add a contract and get an additional scalp to give me room and just keep trying to play it until it could come back. But at this point, I'm down to one chart. So I'm down to one chart. Two charts just went back to back with losing entries. So it makes me a little bit wary of taking the next entry if it comes sometime soon. But I'll just have to judge it by what it looks like because, again, I mean, this one doesn't look too bad, except the EMA is just so flat, right? I don't know. We'll see what happens. If it looks like a good entry, I'll take it, obviously. If it looks like a bad entry and it happens soon, then I might just skip it. And again, pretty good day so far, but how my accounts are being picked at random, I keep having these kinds of days where more evaluations are getting picked than the PAs, which is fine, really. But at some point, I'm hoping that I'll have more PAs than evaluations, and so it should go the other way. It makes sense that there's more evaluations getting picked than PAs because I only have 3 versus, active ones. I've got 6 right now. So the ratio is not even. And then I will be getting 2 more back at some point soon, relatively soon. So then I'll have 8 evaluations to only 3 PAs. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7. So right now I have 5 evaluations, I guess, that are active. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I mean, as far as analyzing the market, I really got no read on it. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised to retest the low of the day, So it seems like it's going to do it. On the daily, getting down close to where the EMA is in a kind of level of support. So how much further down it can go today, it doesn't seem like a whole lot. But the EMA is at 18,222. So that's another 100 points till it reaches the EMA. So I guess it could go down quite a bit in that way. Thinking about it in that way. But I don't really have a read on the market. I mean, they're just, it'll be interesting to see if this bottom holds or not. Because I guess if this bottom doesn't hold, we've got a long way to go to yesterday's lows, which would be beyond the daily EMA. All right, I'm going to hang out and see what happens with this chart. It's the last chart I'm playing for the day. It's 8:30, so I'd say probably maximum I'm going to trade is another half hour. And the next account I'm supposed to trade is PA7, according to my wheel. So really would like to get a win for it and get back above the starting balance. A loss could definitely really damage this account because I've got, 1,100 or so, just under 1,100 in drawdown. So if I take another loss on it, I'm going to be down to the last 300, 400, 500 on the account at best, as far as drawdown goes. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, so it's an interesting area. We've got a retest of the low of the day. We've got almost nearly a measured move reached. So I'm kind of waiting to see if we get this measured move reached. If we hit it and then possibly get a second entry long off of it, I might consider taking that, depending on how big the bar is. So it looks like we've got a perfect touch off of it right now. I know there's more room down from the daily chart, so I'm just going to be careful here and make sure it looks like something I'd want to take, because this could easily be a long trap. But if it just keeps going below, yeah, then this could be a pretty big dump right here for all I know. So I'm just going to be careful. I might have to skip the next entry. This is an area where the bars get big too, 80 ticks, this red bar. So if this engulfs it, I know it's more than 80 ticks. So I'm not gonna take an entry that engulfs. But I do know that now that the low is reached, a lot of times this will be a bottom, and then it'll trap the shorts, you know. Already at 58 tick, 60 tick bar. I mean, it's acting like it's going to want to engulf this bar. 68 ticks now. $72 ticks. I mean, look at this. It's going to engulf, right? Or very close to it. And I think it's just large risk bar. It'll probably work. This is kind of an area where it should work, but okay, it didn't engulf. But 76 tick bar. I'm just going to chill here. It's getting close to the end of my trading day. 8:45. So even though this chart has worked all day, you know, it's my last chart. That doesn't have any losses or any losing entries on it. And it's just kind of in a precarious area. I mean, what I do like about it is it reached the measured move, right? So should be good for at least, you know, if it triggers, it should be good for a move at least to the EMA. But since my day is getting close to being done, I'm just going to play it safe. I don't want to end the day on a loss. It hasn't triggered yet. If I'm going to take another trade, you know, if this was like bouncing off of like the previous day's low or something like that, then I would definitely take it. But this is kind of like in the middle of nowhere now, because it's a new low. It's a measured move. I'm going to bet if it triggers, it works, but I'm not going to bet with my account. And especially because it's my PA account that I'm trading next. It's just a large 76 tick bar. But if I'm not putting any analysis in it, I'm supposed to take the trade. If it wasn't so close to my cutoff time, I would take it for sure. And it triggers. I'm sure it's gonna work for my profit target. I'd really be surprised if it didn't. Yeah, especially the way it's coming back up now really leads me to believe it's going to end up working. Struggling there though. Right, here it goes. And right there would have worked. So, yeah, I'm supposed to take that trade, but I wussed out. But even with the analysis, it added up. Leg down, measured move reached, new low. So this is played out. You know, this whole downtrend is played out. New low reached, and a second entry, plenty of room, and a lot of shorts piling in. Yeah, there's enough reasons to take the trade there. If it was earlier in the day, I would have taken it. If it was on an evaluation, I would have taken it. Also, just because all the charts I've had have taken a losing entry at this point, and I'm just down to this one last chart left, is another reason why I'm just, I said a little bit earlier, I'm just a little bit wary at this point. I don't know how much data I really have in terms of like when all of the charts I've been using for the day have gone a losing entry, like how many times, still one of those charts just keeps continuing to work after that point. I haven't really paid much attention to that. But yeah, you can see it's doing what I said. I said I should work at least to the EMA, and it's just almost there now. So, my analysis is good. I should just buy that and then hold it for up here instead of scalping. But let's see, how far has it gone? $14.5 points so far. That's the one thing I still have never tried at this point, is I think my read is getting pretty good overall. Situations like this are just like key levels. I think my read is getting pretty good on usually what happens. I've never really like tested just, taking the trade and not letting my auto stop runner ATM strategy. I've never just taken the trade and said, okay, well, I'm going to go for a target that's bigger and just put it there. But you see, in this case, it would work. But I have no idea how many times I could do that and actually be right like this time versus how many times would I be wrong. But I suppose if I'm going for the bigger target in those cases, maybe even if my winning percentage is lower, but my targets are bigger, maybe I'm still profitable if I do that at some point. In fact, what I should have done here actually was trade my evaluation 35. I should have switched it up and said, you know what, I don't want to trade my PA here, but I'll trade an evaluation. That would have made sense. At this point, this late, this close to when I'm going to stop, I'm going to turn off the PA. And I will turn on 35. See 35. We got about 700 in drawdown. Yeah, see when evaluation 35 renews. March 25. So after today, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 trading days on it after today. So probably I want to at least have a full drawdown. I'd like to get to at least a full drawdown and above starting balance, obviously, to let this account renew. Otherwise, it's better to just YOLO it and start over, probably. So I'll have to consider that with 7 trading days left after today. Yeah, look at this move. I mean, beyond the EMA. So that would have been a good one to take. I definitely notice there's a certain part of the day, like when it gets close to 9, because I know I don't want to trade past 9 or 9:30 typically. I definitely start to tighten up, especially on a day where I'm 4-0. Today easily could have been 4-1. First trade loss, but it only took it on sim and not my Apex, so I'm not counting it because my stats are only for my Apex accounts, but because I did dodge a bullet early on, and I feel like, and it would have been on a PA account, I feel like I've had a good day, even though I started off feeling a little shaky after that. So I don't want to end it on a bad note. So I feel myself tighten up and say, oh, I don't want to end on a losing trade. Also, because it's my last chart. So if this chart picks up a loss and I take the trade, I can't trade anymore anyways because I don't have any more charts. So either way, it's like I'm either gonna get a win, or I'm gonna get a loss and I'm done. If I get a win, I might go to the next account and get a loss. It's like I start to feel like the loss is gonna come. It's just like, on which account is it gonna hit me on? And considering that, let's see, I've got this one, 33, 35. So I've got 4 accounts left. I'm supposed to trade PA7 left, but I've already called an audible and changed it to 35. So, it's kind of like 50-50. If the loss is going to land on a PA or a Eval, if I keep trading till a loss comes. I guess subconsciously I'm kind of protecting my stats. Gone 4-0 for the day, 7-1 for the week. So that's another thing that probably subconsciously I'm like, oh, I don't want to mess up the stats for the day. Right? If I'm being honest. But this is the thing. It's like this kind of thinking is what's holding me back from making true progress in terms of getting to a payout, getting to more PAs and all that. I mean, it is limiting me to think this way. I've been fortunate to, it's also today's a day where I've dodged losses on other charts. Other charts have dropped off, and for one reason or another, I wasn't available to take the trade. I wasn't watching the chart. There's that one trade that I easily could have taken here. First entry, second entry. Like if I had switched this chart just moments earlier, I could have been in this trade. It would have turned into a loss. If I moved my stop, I would have taken a really big loss because it would have got taken out there too. So, it's one of those days where I've been fortunate to dodge losses too. So, it's another thing working on my mind. It's like to come out today unscathed for no. Why should I push my luck, right? Let me, my dog's trying to get in my room. Let me go get him. So yeah, those are the things that are just kind of going through my mind here at the end of the day. Also, I'm just extremely tired, and I know my daughter is going to be getting up soon. She stayed in bed a little later today, but I see she's getting ready to get up. So I do want to just be able to, I guess, do my wrap-up video and go spend some time with her since she's not feeling good. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. It's 9 o'clock. And this is kind of the starting point of where I consider ending my day anyway. It's a 4-0 day. It's a good day. And, progressing 4 accounts. And, not too shabby. Up $450 for the day combined. Obviously, it's not real money, but $450 in what I call tickets for my prize. Total. Only 92 though tickets for legitimate account that can lead to a legitimate prize sooner than later. So a lot more work to do. 1,050 to qualify for a payout. All right, I think I've said it all. I'll do my wrap up. Today's the last day for the 71% discount as it stands. You can use this code or any other 3-day pass. You just need to hit the profit target by today with at least 3 days traded on your evaluations, whatever current evaluations you have. If you just bought an evaluation today or yesterday and you hit the target, you don't have the 3 days to pass. So you're going to be hoping for them to change the promo to a 1-day pass, which is entirely possible. They might do something like that. It's kind of a weird one because usually when the 71% discount ends, they usually would go to an 80% or 90%, but there's no real reason for them to do an 80%. And they're definitely not doing 90% yet because they just did that before this one. So I'm really not sure what they're going to do. Maybe they just continue the 71% and make it a 1-day pass, but then that's stupid because anyone that had to wait for the 3 days, all of a sudden, I don't know. It's kind of dumb. They should just make it 3 days and just leave it at that and call it a day. Yeah. All right. So 7-1 for the week so far, 4-0 for the day, and 130 wins and 32 losses for the year, 80%. Looking positive, just going slow. and I'll be back at it tomorrow. Check out my review coming up in just a little bit. And I'll be back at it tomorrow live in the morning. I should probably change it and say 7 a.m. because I'm just like, especially with the time change recently this week, it's like impossible for me to get on the stream by 6:45. So maybe I'll say 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Look for me, or 10 a.m. Eastern. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Hope you had a good trading day.